Good morning, students. Welcome back to the computer class in which we are going to discuss your chapter number 4, that is Charts in MS Excel 2007. So, before starting this chapter, I would like to tell you about the previous chapter, that is chapter number 3, in which you might have learned about formulas and functions in MS Excel 2007. Yes, so this chapter, that is third one as well as your fourth one, both are related to your MS Excel, and there is a slight difference between those two. The third chapter is depends on your numeric data. Okay, numeric data and how you are going to represent this numeric data, the functions and formulas and all those things. Yes, now in this fourth chapter, you are going to see about charts as well as your graphs. Okay, different types of charts you will be able to see, different graphs, then we will see how we are going to make that charts and all those things. Okay, so your summer holidays are already over. We have already given you some holiday homework, so I hope that you have done that holiday homework. If yes, then very good. If no, then try to complete that work as soon as possible. In the next video or in the next class, we will be giving you the time on which you have to submit your work. Okay, so till then, please complete your work. Please be done with all your assignments and all those things. Okay, so now let us come to the chapter, that is chapter number 4, Charts in MS Excel 2007. Now, my dear students, please open your book on page number 45. The first thing that you are going to see is about introduction. Yes, see, MS Excel is used to present information in the form of numeric data. Now, see, basically, my dear students, when you open MS Excel, any version, either 2007 or 2010 or 13, any version if you open, then you would be able to see the worksheet over there. Yes, you will be able to see your workplace over there, and it is divided into certain number of rows as well as certain number of columns. यस एंड बिटवीन दोज जो भी आपका ये इंडिविजुअल एक बनता है, यस, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट बॉक्सेस, दिस इज नोन एज योर सेल, एंड विद इन दिस सेल you are supposed to store your data. Most preferably we are going to store our numeric data for calculation kind of purpose. Yes, but in this chapter what we are going to do, we are going to convert this numeric data into our charts as well as our graphs. Why? Because charts as well as graphs are more attractive by look. Yes, if you see this whole tabular formation and if you see one chart, one colorful chart, then obviously this colorful chart is more attractive for a human being. Yes, so that is why some people prefer these charts as well as graphs over this workbook. Okay, I'm not saying that this is completely useless, it is having importance of its own, but yes, now we are going to learn about charts and graphs, huh? So you must learn that why we are using these charts as well as graphs. Okay, now see over here, these are easier to understand and have a long lasting impression on the mind. Yes, because some studies says that कि अगर आप कोई चीज़ को पढ़ते हो या फिर कोई एक चीज़ को देखते हो तो देखने वाली चीज़ आपके माइंड में ज़्यादा देर तक रहती है. Now again, see over here in the introduction part, you would be able to see three types of charts: column chart, your bar chart, as well as your pie chart. Don't worry about these types of charts, the difference between these three. We will see in the upcoming chapter that how these three are interrelated and how these three or other different types of charts are interconnected with each other. Okay, now before directly jumping onto the charts, please see the component. Component means, likewise in the biology, your teacher asks you to label the diagram, na? The same way we are going to define our components of a chart. Okay, so see over here, the main components of a chart are plot area, value axis, category axis, data points, chart area as well as your legend. Okay, now see, जब आप अपना एक chart create कर दोगे, then you would be able to see this overall window. This is basically a new window and we call it as what? We call it as object. Yes, we call it that we have created a new object. Now we will see what are all the components of this chart. Now see this rectangular view. Yes, this rectangular view is what? Your plot area. Yes, in which you are going to plot exactly the data. That is how your plot area looks like. Okay, now see the second one, we are having value axis. Value axis means this vertical bar, your y axis. Okay, now see Category axis means your horizontal bar, that is your x-axis. Okay, so we are done with the three components: plot area, value axis, category axis. Okay, now see on the right hand side we are having what? Data points. Data points are basically what? Your lines. See over here we have taken an example of your column chart. Okay, you can compare it, the components, you can compare it with any kind of chart, whether it be a pie chart, whether it be a bar chart. Okay, this is the simplest form of your chart, that is your column chart. That is why we have taken this example. Okay, but the components are near about the same for every kind of chart and graph. ओके नाउ सी व्हाट आर द डेटा पॉइंट्स. डेटा पॉइंट्स आर बेसिकली दीज थिंग्स, जो चीज़ आपका डेटा को रिप्रेजेंट करती है. यस, ओवर हियर वी आर यूजिंग दिस कॉलम चार्ट. तो आपकी क्या डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कॉलम्स, different bars you are using for representing your data. Yes, in some charts we are using these certain dots. In some charts we are filling out the area. Okay, so accordingly, according to your chart, the data points will vary. Over here in this we are using column chart, so that is why क्या होगा आपका, ये जो आपके vertical bars हैं, these are your data points. Okay, now the next one is your chart area. Chart area is basically this overall workplace. Yes, this overall place is what? Your chart area, जहाँ पर आपके सारे objects की सारी चीज़ें define होंगी. Okay, the last one is basically your legend. Legend means what? In this chart you can see we are having different kinds of data. Yes, three colors are being shown: blue, red, green. And over here we don't know what does it signifies. Blue color means what? We don't know. Red color we don't know. 80, this green color we don't know, until unless we are having this thing. Yes, with the help of this thing we are able to understand that okay, blue color represents your English, red color represents your maths, and your green color represents what? It represents your science. ओके, सो दीज आर बेसिकली व्हाट? योर लेजेंड्स, जो आपके बताते हैं कि डेटा आपका किस तरह का, कैसे आपको उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना है. ओके, और इन लेजेंड्स का ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कलर रिपीट कर सकते हो. यू कैन नॉट यूज अ सिंगल कलर फॉर इंग्लिश एज वेल एज फॉर मैथ्स. एवरी टाइम you have to choose a new color. Okay, so these are basically the 6 components of a chart. Now moving forward with your types of chart. Okay, see, different types of charts we are having in MS Excel, and subtypes also we are having. Okay, so let us see each chart one by one. Firstly, the simplest form of chart, that is your column chart. Okay, now see over here the column chart. Column chart displays data changing taking place in a time period or to compare different items. Yes, in a time period, how the data is being changed for every person. It is used to compare different items. Now see over here we are having this y-axis as well as this x-axis. Okay, this blue color represents English, so this first person got 50 marks in English, the second person got 75 marks in English, accordingly this third one and this fourth one. So we can identify the individual data. Okay, and we can compare them appropriately. And the column chart, why it is named as column chart? Because it is holding your column. Yes, your vertical bars we are using, that is why it is your column chart. Now see the next one, that is your line chart. Now what does this line chart signifies? Line chart displays changing trends in data at equal interval. Equal interval पर वो क्या करता है, आपका ट्रेंड दिखाता है कि कैसे कैसे आपका डेटा चेंज हो रहा है. ओके, एंड इट प्रेजेंट्स डेटा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिफरेंट लाइन वेरिंग एट इक्वल इंटरवल. नाउ सी हाउ दिस डेटा इज बीइंग मेड, हाउ दिस chart is being made. Now yes, it has scored 50 marks, so we are having blue line 50 over here. And the second person Ritesh got 75 marks, so we have made a dot over here. This third person Ashfaq got 80 marks, we have made a dot over here. This Ritu got 60 marks, we have made a dot over here. Okay, and what we do, we simply with the help of scale we joined these dots into a line. ओके, सो ये क्या करता है, आपका सिर्फ एक हेडर लेता है. विद द हेल्प ऑफ सिंपल अ पॉइंट इट टेक्स द डेटा. ओके, एंड इस डेटा को वो विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ लाइन ज्वाइन कर देता है. सो दैट इज़ वाई यू विल बी एबल टू सी कि कैसे आपका डेटा सीक्वेंशियली वेरी कर रहा है. आइदर इट इज़ राइजिंग और इट इज़ dropping out. Okay, so these kind of things you can see over here. Now this blue line, this signs represents 80, so just it make a dot over there. Yes, then Ritesh, it stores 60, so 60 a dot over there. Now between this 80 and 60, it just simply made a straight line. ओके, रिमेंबर, जब जितना भी आपका डेटा होता है उसका टॉप मोस्ट पर वो आपका एक डॉट रिप्रेजेंट करता है. इट मीन्स सी फॉर दिस सनी, दिस ब्लू line, this top most is 50. It means this Sunny scored 50 marks. Okay, and then this Ritesh scored 75 marks. Okay, these are only just points. Now, if you combine these 2 points with a line, then it becomes your line chart. गेटिंग द पॉइंट. सो आपका सिर्फ जो टॉप चीज़ होती है, जो आपका टॉप एरिया होता है, उसको ये लाइन में कंबाइन कर देता है. ओके, सो सी अ लाइन चार्ट डिस्प्लेज चेंजिंग ट्रेंड्स इन डेटा एट इक्वल इंटरवल पर आपका ये चेंज दिखाता है डेटा में कितना हुआ. इट मीन्स सी ओवर हियर, यहाँ पर भी आपका इक्वल इंटरवल है, यहाँ पर भी आपका इक्वल इंटरवल है. ओके, सो विथ टाइम इट सेज कि आपका डेटा कितना चेंज हो रहा है. यस, इट प्रेजेंट्स डेटा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिफरेंट लाइन्स वेरिंग एट इक्वल इंटरवल. Okay, so see the difference between, by look you can see the difference column chart as well as by line chart. Okay, now see the third type of chart, that is your pie chart. It is a very popular one. Yes, so see, a pie chart displays data in a comparative manner. This includes size of things that make up the data series to sum up the items. अब ये आपका क्या होता है, सी यहाँ पर आपका एक्स एक्सिस एंड वाई एक्सिस नहीं होता है. फर्स्ट थिंग इज ये आपका पूरा डिग्रीज में चलता है. You know, the overall degree is what? It is 360 degree. Now this 360 degree is overall divided into certain portions. Yes, now it will say कि आपका ये वाला जो portion है, that blue portion, it represents this area only. ओके, इट मीन्स द साइज ऑफ द थिंग्स, कि ये कितना एरिया कंटेन कर रहा है. जितना ज़्यादा एरिया कंटेन करेगा उस चीज़ का वेटेज उतना ज़्यादा होगा. ओके, सो दैट इज़ वाई वी से ये आपका कंपैरेटिव चीज़ें डिफाइन करता है. ओके, सो वेन एवर यू वॉन्ट टू डू द कंपैरिजन बिटवीन टू और मोर थिंग्स, देन यू प्लीज़ गो फॉर योर पाई चार्ट. ओके, सी द फोर्थ वन, बार चार्ट. नाउ यू कैन सी there are some similarities between your column chart as well as your bar chart. See, the column chart you were having vertical rows, vertical bars you were having. Yes, but in the bar chart you were having these horizontal bars. Yes, now see, the bar chart displays a comparison amongst individual items. Individual items के बीच में ये आपको comparison बताता है. Okay, now see, it is very confusing between that what kind of chart is being used wherever, but आपको क्या करना है, यहाँ पर आपको by look ही define हो जाएगा कि what kind of chart it is. Okay, and yes, if you saw it in a very depth, in a deeply manner, if you see these things, these charts, then you will be able to understand कि कहाँ पर कौन सा आपको chart use करना है. Okay, so see, this bar chart is basically your horizontal lines over there. Now see the next one, area chart you are having. An area chart displays the changes in value over period of time or category. अब see over here, this is the area chart. ये आपका area chart क्या करता है, पूरा area define करता है कि किस टाइम पर कहाँ तक कैसे वैल्यूज़ आपकी चेंज हुई हैं. ओके, सो ये आपका पूरा एक एरिया डिफाइन करता है कि इस एरिया में आपका मीन्स टू से कि एक चीज़ आपकी ओवरकम कर जाती है बाकी सारी चीज़ों को. ओके, इन द प्रीवियस ऑल चार्ट्स आप क्या देख रहे थे कि आप सारी चीज़ों को देख पा रहे थे, बट ओवर हियर इन दिस एरिया चार्ट, सी दिस ग्रीन कलर रिप्रेजेंट्स योर साइंस. तो ये क्या कर रहा है, आपका ये एरिया दिखा रहा है सिर्फ साइंस का. इट मीन्स साइंस इज़ बीइंग हाईलाइटेड ओवर हियर. ओके, सिर्फ आप साइंस को हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं, उसी का एरिया यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं. गेटिंग द पॉइंट. नाउ सी द नेक्स्ट वन, स्कैटर चार्ट. स्कैटर चार्ट आपका क्या करता है, इट डिस्प्लेस पेयर्स ऑफ वैल्यूज इन स्कैटर्ड फॉर्मेट. यस, आपका क्या करता है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट आपकी शेप्स सबसे पहले डिफाइन कर लेता है. यस, मैथ्स यू आर हैविंग अस this square portion with red color. Science you are having triangle with blue color. English you are having this a diamond shaped, yes, and blue color. Now see over here, a scattered chart means certain kinds of dots it has been made. Yes, and it is scattered all over your chart. That is why it is named as your scattered chart. Now all the other kinds of chart are being compressed and formed a different category, that is your other chart. Now see, other chart includes surface chart, your donut chart, bubble and radar chart. These all types of charts ये आपको कहाँ मिलेंगे, आपके other charts में मिलेंगे. ओके, नाउ वी विल सी दैट ये आपके चार्ट्स आपको कहाँ पर आपके एम एस एक्सेल में देखने के लिए मिलेंगे आफ्टरवर्ड्स. ओके, नाउ सी द सब टाइप्स ऑफ चार्ट्स. सब टाइप्स ऑफ चार्ट्स आपके क्या होते हैं? वी हैव ऑलरेडी लर्न अबाउट दिस कॉलम चार्ट, दिस लाइन चार्ट, पाई चार्ट, दिस बार चार्ट एंड ऑल दोज चार्ट्स. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन, जब आपको ये आपका कॉलम चार्ट मिलेगा, देन यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस एरो, दिस डाउन एरो विद इट. Okay, when you click on this arrow, then you will be able to see these kinds of drop down list. See over here, this is basically your looks, that your आपका जो चार्ट है वो बाय लुक कैसा होगा, इट डिफाइंस ओनली दिस थिंग्स, नथिंग मोर. ओके, सी, ये आपका जितना ड्रॉप डाउन है, एवरी अदर चार्ट इन दिस ड्रॉप डाउन रिप्रेजेंट्स अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ कॉलम चार्ट. Okay, see the first one, it represents 2D column chart, it represents 3D column chart, this represents cylindrical chart, this cone chart, this pyramid chart. Okay, but every chart is what it is, it contained in your column chart. Okay, बस ये जो आपके बार्स होते हैं, जो वर्टिकल बार्स होते हैं, उनका आपका फॉर्मेट थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाता है, अदरवाइज रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स, रेस्ट ऑफ द फंक्शनैलिटीज विल रिमेन सेम फॉर column chart. Okay, now see the second one, line chart. The same thing will go with your line chart. See over here the lines, 2D lines over here, 3D lines also over here. तो आपको 2D भी मिलेगा, 3D भी मिलेगा, एंड यहाँ पर आपको every kind of chart you can choose it by yourself, जो भी आपको प्रायोरिटी रखनी होगी according to yourself. Okay, now see this one, pie chart. Again this pie chart is being divided into 2D pie chart as well as your 3D pie chart. Okay, every other thing 2D pie chart, 3D pie chart. Okay, again this bar chart, 2D bar chart, 3D bar, cylindrical, cone, pyramid. Now see, all the other kinds of charts in this drop down is basically contained under your bar chart. आपके horizontal lines ही हैं, but only these lines, इनके जो आपके formats हैं वो change हो जाते हैं, otherwise the basic functionality will remain same as that of your bar chart. Okay, coming towards the area chart, again the same thing, 2D area, 3D area we are having. Scatter chart, again only single thing, but only the format is being changed, not exactly the format, just by design is being changed. Okay, but the overall functionality will be of scattered chart. Now see over here other charts. In other charts, firstly you will be see over here this one, these kinds of charts, different types of charts you will be getting in other charts. So it depends on you, whatever kind of chart you are going to use, whatever kind of charts you are comfortable with. Okay, so you can go for that kind of chart by yourself. Now see, if you open your MS Excel, then you are having this second tab as insert. Okay, when you click on this insert tab, then you will be getting over here the overall category of your charts. Yes, this column, line, pie, bar, area, scattered and other chart. Okay, so आपको क्या करना है, insert में जाना है, and आपको यहाँ पर आपके सारे kinds of charts मिल जाएंगे. Now what will happen when you just click on this down arrow of your column chart? See over here, again different types of charts you will be getting, 2D column, 3D column, cylinder, cone, pyramid and etc etc. The same thing goes with this line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, scatter chart and your other charts also. Okay, now these were all the introduction about your different types of chart. Now we will see how we are going to create our charts in MS Excel. See, for every other thing in your Microsoft Office, we are having a shortcut key. Okay, some prefer shortcut key and some prefer longer method. So we are going to see both the options over here. Okay, see, charts can be created in the existing worksheet or as an object in a separate sheet in the current workbook. It means what? The workbook in which you are working. Yes, in which you have made a chart. If you want, you can create a chart in the same worksheet, or if you want, you can create the chart in a new sheet, in a separate sheet. Okay, it depends on you, using the information present in rows and columns of a worksheet. Okay, now see the option number 1. Firstly, what we will do, Excel is capable of choosing an appropriate chart for us on its own. ओके अगर आप शॉर्टकट की यूज़ करते हैं देन यू विल नॉट बी गेटिंग द ऑप्शन कि आपको कौन से टाइप का चार्ट यूज़ करना है. योर एम एस एक्सेल विल चूज़ एन अप्रोप्रिएट चार्ट ऑफ इट्स ओन with the help of data, whatever you are data provide, whatever data you are providing to it, according to that your MS Excel will choose an appropriate chart. Okay, so to use this option we select the desired cell and press alt plus F1 or F11 key. Okay, now what you have to do, see, you are having a workbook. In that workbook you are having this table. Over here you have written marks. Yes, marks of, over here you have written English, and over here you have written science. Okay, now not yes, marks इंग्लिश साइंस. नाउ यहाँ पर आप क्या करेंगे, अपना मार्क्स आपने दे रखा है यहाँ पर, ठीक है. सो अब आप क्या करेंगे, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, जिस चीज़ का आपको चार्ट प्रिपेयर करना है, यू जस्ट हैव टू सेलेक्ट दोज रोज एज वेल एज कॉलम्स. ओके, विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर माउस आप उसको सेलेक्ट करेंगे. देन आइदर यू प्रेस ऑल्ट प्लस F1 की और यू प्रेस सिंपली दिस F11 की. इन सम सिस्टम व्हाट हैपन्स, ये F11 की को आपको फंक्शन प्रेस करने के बाद प्रेस करना होता है. ओके, बट नाउ इन द मोस्ट एडवांस सिस्टम, जो भी हम लोग सिस्टम्स आजकल यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ओनली F1 की अलोन विल डू द जॉब. ओके, इफ F11 विल नॉट बी डूइंग द जॉब, देन you just press alt plus F1. Okay, so what you will be able to see, then we can see that a new chart tab appears along with the sheet tab as Excel automatically creates a chart. Now what will happen, as a separate sheet you would be able to see a different kind of chart. Okay, and that chart could be a pie chart, that chart could be a scatter chart. It depends on the Excel, whatever Excel chooses it for you. Because you are using the shortcut key, it means it is not going to give you the options, it is not going to give you the feasibility to choose the chart of your own. Okay, MS Excel will choose by its own. Now see the option number 2. In option number 2, see, we are having certain steps. Now in the figure you can see we are having certain kinds of data. See over here, student, students names and English marks and all those things we are having. Now what we did, with the help of mouse we just selected the overall data जिसका आपको chart create करना है. Okay, see the step number 1, select the cells from this table. Okay, you have selected the cells, appropriate cells from the table. Now see step number 2, click on the insert tab. Insert tab आपका कहाँ प्रेजेंट होता है, this second one at the menu bar, second one tab is your insert tab. So you just have to click over there, select the required type of chart from the chart group. See, you are having different types of chart group as I have already shown you previously. From that chart group you have to select an appropriate chart. Now let us assume you have selected your column chart. Then what will happen, you are having this a drop down key na. When you just click on that, you will be able to see certain kinds of chart, more subcharts you will be able to see. Okay, so from these subcharts, see over here this drop down. Now from these subcharts you can choose the chart of your own type, whatever you desire you can choose it on your own. Okay, now you can see in the figure also, firstly what you did, you selected the cells from the table. Now secondly, you clicked on this insert tab. Now thirdly, select the type chart. Now for example, you have selected your column chart. What will happen, a drop down will occur, or from the drop down you just select any of the type of your choice. Okay, and as soon as you press or you select any chart, then it is going to show you this certain different object. Okay, this is a certain different window, it is not embedded in this. Okay, it is a different, a new object will be shown. Okay, now what will happen again, when आपका chart create हो जाएगा, then you will be getting 3 different ribbons. Okay, at the top menu bar आपका क्या होगा, see up till now you will be having these till view, आपके पास view तक आपके menu bar से. But as soon as you create an object, as soon as you created this chart, you will be able to see these 3 types of tabs, or you can say ribbons over there. Okay, now see, we see that the chart is created and 3 new tabs are displayed on the ribbon. What are, design tab, layout tab, format tab. तो जब भी आप ये आपका ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करेंगे, then you would be able to see these 3 ribbons. Okay, design tab, layout tab, format tab, that contain many chart tools. Now these 3 ribbons contains the tools only related with this object, the chart that you have created. Okay, we can see change the chart type using command in this tab. Now for example, let us assume that you have selected this first one in 2D column. Now you want to change it into this cone type. Okay, now what you have to do, see over here we are having certain steps. See step number 1, double click the chart, this different object that you have created, you just have to double click over it. जब आप इस पर डबल क्लिक करेंगे, then what will happen, यहाँ पर आपके जितने भी 3 न्यू रिबन क्रिएट हुए थे, you would be able to see all these 3 ribbons. Okay, so we can see the design tab open containing chart tools. Okay, आपके पास डिज़ाइन टैब यहाँ पर ऑटोमेटिकली ओपन हो जाएगा and you would be able to see the different options related to this chart. Okay, now again what you have to do, see the step number 2, click on change chart chart type from the type group. Now the first thing that you will be able to see is what change chart type. Okay, because that is the most common thing that we used to do. So that is why change chart type is the first option. You just click on that option and you would be able to see different dialog box that is going to open. Okay, now what will happen, see over here you are having on the left hand side different types of charts, column chart, line chart, pie chart, and so on. You just click on whatever kind of chart you want to choose. For example, over here it has been chosen pie chart, and from this pie chart again you are having different options, so you just choose it from there, and then at the last just click on that OK button. Okay, see the step number 3. Select the new chart type and subtype from the change chart type dialog box. So step number 4, click on OK button. So as soon as you just hit on your OK button, what will happen? This your line chart, your column chart will be converted into your pie chart. Okay, so this is how you are going to change your chart type. I hope that these things are clear. Now from changing the chart style, we are going to continue from our next lecture. Okay, so up till now we are going to stop for this video. Now you please open your book once again. Okay, after 1 or 2 hours you please open your book once again and try to read everything. Try to read up till now, up till this one. Yes, up till this one you please try to read it, and in case you are feeling any difficulty then let me know. So we are going to continue with our chapter in the next class most probably. Okay, so till then keep learning. Thank you so much.